Hi, I'm Anita Potter from Needles and Hooks, and welcome to episode 9 of UFO2FO. UFO stands for unfinished objects, and FO stands for finished objects. I had to make sure I was aiming the right way with my hands. Anyway, today's UFO I'm working on is this basket. If I can pick it up here, a little floppy, but yeah, this is the basket I'm working on. Make it straight so I can take a screenshot later for the thumbnail. Anyway, so this has been a minute. I don't think I've done this on a UFO2FO. I don't believe I have. It is I believe 126 stitches around, and it's spiraled. So you just start with, oh my god, I'm trying to think. Start with 6 single crochets. You can do a magic ring if you want. I don't think I did that for this. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I started it. So, and I'm using 3 strands of worsted weight yarn and an H hook, which is a 5mm hook. So what I need to do is not have my hook slide off my table. And I need to set a timer. So I'm going to go 30 minutes, take a break, 30 minutes, and then take a break for about 10, and then come back and do another 30 minutes. So, and I don't have it built into the 10-minute break built in anymore, because that was just like a colossal waste of time. So it's one little 5-second block where you can hit pause if you would like to take a break. Otherwise, just keep going. But I do encourage taking breaks. I'm watching you. All right, so I'm going to start my timer, and away we go. So this is all just single crochet all the way around. So it's like huge. Not sure how tall it is. I'd have to set it on the floor and measure it. I might do that when I'm on my break. But I don't think I'll run out of yarn. I'm using 3 balls of scrap yarn from projects I took apart that either didn't work out or it was something I no longer needed because I found a better solution. That's what a lot of this is. And it takes a little bit because it makes a stiff fabric so that the basket would stay up a little better once it's done. But then again, once it's full of stuff, it'll stay up anyway. And I'm gonna make it taller than the last basket I made because it's a lot bigger around. I could stuff more yarn in it. That's the whole point. And before I go any further, if you would pretty please consider like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Notification bell. Oh my goodness. I've been wanting to shoot this video for about 2 hours, but I kept getting sidetracked. Hit the notification bell to be informed when my videos come out. This was supposed to come out on Monday, but I didn't shoot it until Monday. So this should be out Tuesday morning. I have a tendency to put my videos out at like 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And I'm not sure what that translates everywhere else, if that's a good time. But it's always, once it's up, and you can watch it whenever you like. So I will have sometime this week a tutorial coming out on the crochet hat and scarf I've been working on for the last month. And that hopefully will be out before Friday this week. As soon as I'm done editing and uploading this one, I will edit that one. And I don't know how long it's going to take to edit because it's like it spans a few videos that I would shoot. So I finished the last of that up earlier today, and that should be available soon. And then I'm planning on doing a knit hat and scarf, but I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to go about it. Now, so it would like, I would probably do it the same way I did the crochet hat, except with the knit hat, and I need practice first before I start doing that, is the magic loop in knitting, which is you use not double pointed needles, but circular needles, and it doesn't matter how long the circular needles are, you do it in such a way where you don't have to worry about it. And double point needles are a bit of a pain to manage, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've used them, and if I can get the magic loop stuff down, whoo, wouldn't it be nice to make socks with that instead of like double points, double points, double points. It's like a set of 4 double pointed needles, and I've never really cared much for, like, and I don't have an example on hand at the moment, but when you're doing working with double pointed needles, excuse me, or even with circular needles, like 12-inch circular needles to make the hat, which is what I usually, when I'm going from the bottom up, that's what I'll use. But there's like this, where it joins, there's like just a smidge of a gap where it looks like the stitches are loose, and I never really cared for that. So I'm wondering if doing the magic loop might alleviate that, which would be nice. Single crocheting around. And I forgot to grab my water, because I must stay hydrated. It's still pretty warm outside. Because I was looking at my memories on Facebook like last week, and I guess like maybe 6-7 years ago it snowed, and it was really cold, like 30 degree was the high, and it snowed. I had to pause and get my water. It's still a little hot in here, so I kind of needed something to drink. I didn't have anything over here. I didn't want coffee. I need water to stay hydrated. Yeah. Sometimes the pain of like working with more than one yarn at a time is that sometimes you'll miss picking up a strand of yarn, and then you have to like undo it and then go back, make sure you get all 3 of them and go through. Right now my colorway is black, some kind of white, and gray at the moment. It's just balled up yarn. I've got one sitting over here just in case I run out of, I think, the white ball that's in my container down on the floor. Did I restart my time? No, I didn't. Let's restart my time. Knew I forgot something. I probably would have been sitting here crocheting going, huh, it's been an awfully long time. So, yeah, timer started again. I reset it to like 25 minutes. Hopefully, see, I almost messed that up. Didn't quite get the yarn over the hook, all 3 of them. Oh, I can't wait till this one's done. But if I run out of scrap yarn before that happens, I'll have to set this aside and then finish this knit project I've got over there off camera, because that one's the double, it's the double knitted lapgan that I'm doing. That's also using up my bigger balls of scrap yarn. So once I finish that, I'm on the last panel. But I can't do that one as a UFO to FO because I'm staring at charts. And it would be no fun to have you guys staring at me staring at charts. Because then I couldn't talk or have a conversation, albeit a one-sided conversation, if I'm looking at charts and counting color numbers. Because it's a little involved. It's not like my other projects. It's like I've got a knit one over here too. I don't think you can. It's right here. This is also highly involved, and I'll show it yeah, after the break. It's a 16 row repeat of a project I designed 15 years ago. And I will talk about that when I after the break, when I bring that up, because I don't want to do it now and then show it and then end up repeating myself, which that would be no fun. It's just the bigger the basket gets, the harder it is to like deal with. And when I'm finished, all the little knots that are sticking out from on the outside, I'll take my crochet hook and pull them through to the inside. I'm just not going to do that right now. I'll wait until it's done. So I will be practicing with that magic loop, and then like find something and make a hat, just to see what that looks like, because then it would be worked from the top down instead of from the bottom up. So I probably would use like my whatever yarn I choose to do this with. I'll use the recommended needle size, which usually will be normally like a size 8 knitting needles, with my 12-inch interchange kit on it. That way I'm not having to switch when I'm get to the widest part, because I'm going to treat it just like I would treat the crochet hats with the formula, which I will like make up a graphic for that tutorial. That way you can follow along and make a hat and that fits your head. I had some issues, not gonna lie. I'd messed up on the final round, and I was slip stitching, with the size H hook, this one right here. And then I finished it. I went to put, I didn't stop the video, but I finished it, and then I tried putting it on, and I'm like, oh no, what did I do? I did it too tight. So I ended up using 2 sizes up. I think I used a size J to do that. What I probably should have done was just finish it with a round of single crochet. Again, just to finish it off. Lesson learned. Everybody makes mistakes. I mean, yeah, I've been crocheting like 20 plus years. I've been knitting 20 plus years. So everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. The amount of times I've had to stop and restart videos, I've lost track of. So I'm almost done with this round. And I'm going to look at my white ball of yarn. It's getting smaller. I might be able to get another round out of it before I attach this scrap ball of yarn to it. And I've got, I think, this is my only other scrap ball that I have. So And I have a giant scrap ball in there, so that's not going to run out anytime soon. I put another one in there. So I'm not going to run out anytime soon, but when I do, I have to set it aside and finish this project over here. That way I can have the yarn to do it, because I'm just using up all my old yarn in order to make way for new yarn, because I don't want to I'm gonna buy like the staple yarns, you know, the white, the black, the grays, a couple of skeins of each, just to have it, because those are usually what I would use for like borders, unless I'm doing something that's got a lot of colors in it, and I will use the colors that are in whatever project it is if I need a border. I do want to make excuse me, both a knit and a crochet blanket also, you know, and then maybe once all that's done, I do want to do temperature blankets, but the crochet one is going to be completely different than the knit one. And I've been thinking about it. The knit one is going to be the colors of the temperature, the high, the low, and stuff. And I'm still trying to figure out how I want to like do that one and how many rows I want to do with that. Because most of the time people are just doing like 1 or 2 rows and then waiting. I'm going to try to future-proof myself with a queen-sized blanket. Because right now I have a twin-sized blanket because this place is small, the room is small. I've got 2 twin beds in there. My daughter stays in one when she's here. So, and I have the other one. So eventually when I move out, whenever that's going to be, I want to purchase a bigger bed. So a lot of my blankets are twin sized, but I do it in such a way that it's a lot bigger. I will measure from the floor around. Let's imagine this is your mattress, okay, your bed. So, and like my hand is the floor. So I would measure, take a tape measure, start at the floor, go all the way across and back down to the floor and get the width. Then I would go to like the head of the bed and then all the way back and then down to the floor and get the length. That way it's enough blanket and I can be under it and not worry about my blanket not being big enough. That's how I do it. Now if I'm making like a throw or a lapgan or whatever you want to call it, then I'll just use a standard measurement. I didn't for that knit project back there. I just was like, let me just do 30 rows of this pattern and I'll do like 5 strips and call it a day. And it's the way it's worked up, it's like a lap blanket, which is fine. It's a nice thick blanket. In case I get cold, I can like throw it on me. But it's like really hot still. We're supposed to be in the 80s all week again, so hopefully fighting with this thing. Hopefully we'll start to cool down soon. We really haven't had much rain at all to speak of. So I don't know how winter's going to play out. Because summer and spring were just weird. No rain, really. Hot temperatures. I think we got to 100 once or twice once I, excuse me, when I came home from work, I was like looking at my weather app on my phone and it said 99, and I'm like, oh no. And then I went to work the next day. I said, yeah, it got to 100 yesterday. I'm like, what? It's like, I believe it, because it was like super hot. I'm just sick and tired of running my air conditioning while I'm up and at home, because it sucks up a lot of electricity. I mean, I run 3 fans in my room, one in the window, one right next to me, and one at the foot of my bed, because I'm on the top floor, so it gets a heck of a lot hotter up here, and I can't sleep when I'm hot. I just can't wait till I don't have to have the fan in the window, but I probably will until it like gets really cold, because I have blankets. I don't make light ones either. My blankets are heavy. Keep checking on my white ball of yarn down here. Check my time. I got 12 minutes. Keep going with it. Not even halfway around the second round. So I do want to know, excuse me, what types of projects you guys would like to learn how to make. And I can see what I can do about making that happen. So let me know in the comments section. Ugh. It's hot in here, so I need some water. Try not to like split my stitches or mess this up. Dang. Now I'm realizing my water container is slightly in front of my microphone. Really wish I had a lavalier mic. I wouldn't have to worry about it. One of these days, one of these days. I also changed the web camera location to back on top of my monitor just to see this, and must apologize for this mess. I am slowly trying to get through stuff and organize and sort stuff out to either sell, pitch it if it's broken or whatever, or like do something with it, repurpose it, stuff like that. All 3 yarns, please. I'll tell you, doing this will wear your hand and your arm out, so I can't wait for my break. It's taking a minute to get through that stitch. And that one. Let's see, where's my... I got a little ball. Maybe I'll get around and a little bit with that white yarn, and then I'll have to attach that one. Am I changing color? No. Still different. Black yarn. At least I think that's black yarn. Might be dark blue. I think it is dark blue. It's not black yarn. It's white, gray, and dark blue. It just looked black because I don't have the best lighting in the world. Yeah, when I'm on my break, I'll measure the height of this. Because I want this to be able to hold not all my yarn, but a good chunk of it. Especially with the projects that I've got going right now. Just to keep it contained and not all over the place. All right, let me know what you're working on in the comment section below. I would love to know. Okay, just trying to make sure I had all 3 yards. Oh, good grief. There we go. Yeah, because I need to go through all my stuff and like get rid of things. I did under the beds in the bedroom not this weekend, but last weekend. And I need to get in to the front of my closet and in the closet and deal with that. And then clean. Because then I need to do the same thing in here. Get under my fake couch over there. You can sort of see it. And look in all those storage buckets. See what's in there. I got bins in my room I need to go through. I wish I had a lamp of some kind, but I don't. And the bedroom doesn't have any kind of overhead lighting whatsoever, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they would decide not to do that. So I have to spend money and buy a lamp. Not this week, but next week. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend I have to do it, because it's like I can't deal with it anymore. I've got things I've got to get done, and I can't do it if I don't have any light. Am I even close to the end of the round? Yeah. Sometimes I lose my stitch marker. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I was getting close to the end. Where is it? And I was way back over there. But it's like it's right here. So I'm almost to the end of this specific round. Uh-oh. And I'm almost my white ball of yarn. Maybe I can actually get to the end of this round first before I have to attach it. Don't want to play yarn chicken. Not that I'm playing yarn chicken with this project. It's like just tie a knot and get on with it. And now we have tan going on. Now I should be able to get to the end of this round. It just takes a minute to get through the stitch. Okay, so now got a tan yarn, now we got a purple yarn. I'm gonna try to like hide that knot in my work a little bit. Okay. Marker, get into this stitch. Here's my yarn. I did get around. Yay, go me. All right. Do that. Pull it up a little bit so I'm not losing my thing. Grab. Find the end of this ball of yarn. I think this is a dark brown. Yeah. 'Tis a dark brown. Then I'm just gonna like make an overhand knot. Pull it tight. Chuck it into the container down below. Check my time. I got 3 minutes. So we'll get a little ways before we take the break. Yes, now we've got right now tan, white, and purple. I like using scrap yarn for projects like this because it's like it takes up a lot of it and I get something functional out of it. A container to hold all my nonsense. The taller it gets, the more I have to fight it. I've run out of things to talk about because I'm hot. Awkward silence is awkward. Okay. Now I've got used up all my white. Now I'm on to the brown and then it'll go to orange. And then probably some other colors I can't remember. I wound them up the other day. I got interrupted by a phone call and then my timer went off because I couldn't pause my timer. So I'm going to finish finishing off this stitch and then I'm going to take my 10-minute break. And then we'll start back up again in 10 minutes. Okay, so back from break and I apologize, got interrupted by a phone call and couldn't stop my timer, so the phone call, I was like, what is that beeping noise? And I'm like, oh shoot, it's my timer. So figured I'd just take that break after that and then come back. I hope you had a nice break too. I wanted to talk about this. If I can get it over here, then I'll move it back. But this, get my yarn out of the way, is eventually going to be a wrap. There's like, this is a 16-row repeat. I will put out a tutorial for it, but I have to get this one done first. I have had to frog this back twice to start. So yeah, I have to take my time. I'm trying to do 16 rows a day, but sometimes it's just like my hands are, my brain's like, no. So I like wait a day or so and then start on it again. But this, I wrote the pattern, like I said previously, 15 years ago. And I wrote it. I never worked up a swatch of it to see what it would look like because I was waiting to be able to afford to buy the yarn that I needed to complete said project, and that never happened. So when I was going through all my patterns printed out and yarn band patterns and getting those organized, I ran across it again. It's my only copy of it. I do not have a CD drive in this computer. It doesn't have one. So if it's on a disk somewhere over in some container on that shelf back there, I have no idea. So I found my only copy, so I'm working from that. And I will when I get this done, then I'll rewrite the pattern, print it up, and put it for sale. Because this is taking This takes a lot of time. It's not an easy pattern. It is absolutely not beginner friendly, unfortunately. But yeah, and I make my patterns paid for to help support the channel. That's it. That way I can like buy the yarn for the channel to do projects in order to teach you stitches or make things. You know, that's what I do. So without further ado, oh yeah, I was gonna show this real quick. This is the double knit pattern. It's a reverse on the back. Front and back is worked at the same time. And I have to stare at charts. That's why I can't do this on UFO2FO. This project has taken almost 4 years. Yeah. So, chuck that back over there. Well, I really wish I could get that done, but staring at charts and doing that is... it's time consuming, and you have to pay attention, because I have screwed up on it, which wasn't easy to frog back on the last panel, on the last block. I was just like, oh my god, what did I do? But I managed to fix it. So, yeah. Fixing mistakes in color work is not easy. And I came this close on that one to having to frog it back again for the third time. But I managed to find my mistake. It was on the row and it wasn't that far away. And so I fixed it both times. And I'm like, I need to just not be distracted while I'm trying to work on that. So that's why I don't do it on this either. Because it's, we'll do a tutorial. Probably, if I can get this done, probably maybe after the first of the year. Because like I said, that's taken some time to concentrate and do all of it. So let's go back to our basket here. Get the third yarn under the hook. I've changed yarn. So I shouldn't run out of yarn in the rest of our session. So I've got my timer set for 30. I'm gonna hit play and away we go again. So yeah, that is gonna be a wrap once it's all done. I've never made a wrap. I don't have a wrap. I have scarves. So that ought to be interesting to have. I've never, like I said, I've never had one before. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna wear it, but I'm gonna wear it. Because one year, there's a knot in my yarn, and I'm not about to screw with it. There we go. One year I went and, like, wore, like, once a week. Oh my god. I had issues here. Hang on. Give me a sec. Let me get this going. There we go. Alright, now I can continue on. I would switch my scarf out once a week. I think I did the same thing with my hats. Just so I could actually, like, wear them at least once. 2 scarves I won't wear. I made a scarf based on Loki's scarf in the first Thor movie. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's that one. There's another scarf that I recreated that Tom Hiddleston had. Both of those, the way that they're made, it's just way too stiff to wear. It's not comfortable to wear. And I can't, I'm not going to frog them back. That's not how those two took forever to create. So I was like, I'm not frogging these back. These will just be like showpieces. I don't know how I'm going to show them because I can't hang anything on my walls. But they're just around, taking up space in my closet. So, and I did manage to find my red and black corner to corner red heart planned pooling scarf. So I kind of want to wear that this year too, because the other one is purple, black, and gray, I think. So I usually like wear that because it kind of matches my Supernatural jacket, because it's purple, black, and gray. And it was unintentional how that came about, that my scarf matched my jacket. So I'm like, okay. So I have the red and black one now, my Cardinals colors, St. Louis Cardinals. So yeah, I look forward to. I have not worn it yet because I couldn't find it, and it's like been in the closet the entire time. So I was like happy to find that one. So I'm like, yay. As soon as it starts getting to where I have to wear a scarf, I'm wearing that. I'm wearing the hell out of that one. So, yeah. So, I'm just gonna like, I may go through all my scarves, keep my favorites, and then like do something with the other ones that I don't wear. I don't know if I want to like take them apart and repurpose them, because I got a really long scarf. It's like a fuchsia-ish chunky yarn, and it's a little too, it's not wide enough. So I might like frog that one and make it a little wider, that way it's not so damn long, because it's like way too long. I just don't remember what size needle I used. I think it might have been 11 or 13. So then I'll do it. I'll remake that one. I also got, there's a pink crocheted scarf in there that I'm not wearing. I can't remember which daughter I made it for, but they never wore it either, so it's like, I'm not going to wear it. They're not going to wear it. So I might as well just repurpose it. Frog it back completely, and then use it for something else. Some other kind of scrap project, unless I need more yarn. Probably need more yarn for this basket here, but I'm not going to run out of yarn anytime soon for this. I still have this ball of yarn, and I just started those, and there's a bigger ball of yarn down there too, so not worried about it, because if I have to, I know how to make 3 strands out of one strand of yarn, just in case. Which, if I was smart, that's probably what I should have done to begin with. Because it would have been probably a heck of a lot easier to deal with. Just one thing of yarn instead of 3 balls rolling around in a container on the floor. And then run out of that and then attach the new one. But I've never attached yarn to doing it that way. So that ought to be interesting. Just so I can use up whatever. Fighting. Hand's getting tired. You'd think my left hand would be getting tired doing the crochet. No, my right hand's getting tired holding the basket. I don't do that hook action stuff though, because it's like, really can't do it with my left hand, because I do have carpal tunnel that likes to act up once in a while, and when it acts up, oh, no projects for you for a few days. You're just gonna have to find something else to occupy your time. Just without having problems like the last time. There we go. Yeah, this is just a good way to use up a bunch of scrap yarn storage for more yarn. I do need to finish that rug. That rug. Oh my god, I need that rug. Because standing at the bathroom sink on the hard floor hurts my feet. Especially like when I've been at work and I'm on my feet all day. So it's like, I really wish I had something cushy to put my feet on, and I don't have anything. So I need to get that done. And then all these blankets done. There's so many blankets. I need to get my son's blanket done. That's probably the next project I'm gonna like focus on. Hyper focus on. Because that one's I think it's 4.5 feet long. I don't know, I haven't measured. Oh, that's what I meant to do. I meant to measure the height of this basket. Dang it. Alright, you know what? I'm going to pause my timer. I'm going to pause the recording real quick. Measured it. It is 9 inches tall with a diameter of about 16 inches. So I'm trying to think, do I want to make it 16 inches tall? I haven't restarted my timer yet, so I'm thinking 16 inches tall. Why not? So it's at 9 right now. 7 more inches to go on it. And just while I'm here, how many rows per inch do I get? Or excuse me, rounds. 1, 2, 3, I think, per inch. Let me do it on a different colorway I can actually like see here. Things I do. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, 3 rounds. I get about 3 rounds per inch. Yeah. So more 7 times 3. 21 more rounds, and then I'm gonna make the handles. Okay. Just math. I'll just keep measuring it, whatever. Ever so often. So I restarted my timer. I got 20 minutes left. I'm also going to watch a live stream. One of the storm chasers I follow is doing a members only live stream, so for preparing to go and chase Hurricane Francine, but I don't know if it's a hurricane or tropical depression at the moment. I haven't looked at any data. I'm also a bit of a weather nerd. My interests are vast and eclectic. I do music. Oh, let's not get our other yarn from other projects tangled into this. Or is that the... Oh, no. Uh-oh. Fun. Alright, hang on here. I gotta... Shoot. I gotta deal with this. No, I'm not pausing. This is just all part of... Let me just wrap. See, it's like I've got orange yarn. I'm getting ready to start orange yarn on the basket, so it's like I got confused. So I'm just gonna put in here, maneuver some things. Hopefully that isn't too distracting. All right, now that's out of my way. I can continue on with this. So do I have 3? 1, 2, nope. Missed a yarn. There we go. I keep doing that. I keep missing a yarn. I got 2 brown going at once now? No, 1 brown, 1 purple, 1 tan. You could probably make a basket with just like a single color of yarn. But where's the fun in that? Like, pick a couple of colors and run with it, or do a scrap one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of this yarn is like, ooh, 10, 20 years old. It's been in my stash for like ever. And I can't make way for new without using up all the old stuff and finishing all my projects that I have with them to finish. So that's what I'm trying to do, is finish all of this up. Of course, that didn't stop me from buying yarn and working up new projects, because a lot of it is like Christmas stuff that I'm trying to do and get done. I need to work on my daughter's turtle army with the big turtle. Dang it. And my youngest daughter's other elephant she wanted. I haven't even started on that yet. I got so fed up with that first elephant, I was like, I'm just gonna wait a few. And then I made her a Joey bag with a pocket. I made the straps smaller, and I need to redo the straps on mine. I need to take like 50 chains off of each of those straps, because it's a little too long for me because I'm short. So I did hers with only 75 chains for each strap. So I need to do that with mine. So it was 125 that I did. And then I need to take 50 chains off of each, so I can have mine at 75. So the straps aren't too... So the straps are a good size, but not too long. Because at that point, I couldn't like throw it over my shoulder. It was like way too long. Especially when you like have stuff in it. It makes the bag... the yarn stretches, so I'm just gonna fix that when I get a chance. And then I need to finish... I need to attach the handles on my Quinn bag that I started. Oh my god, I don't even want to know how long ago I started that bag. And it's just been sitting there unfinished. I'm gonna... I can't... Since I made the strap, I cabled the strap. It's a knit bag. It was like a cable strap, knitted cable strap. So I'm trying to think, and I think that strap is also too long. So I can't really frog it back. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the strap ends go to the bottom of the bag, and then just stitch them on either side up. That way the strap's not too long. It'll probably stretch and it'll be just fine. But I need to like look at it and try to finish it, because I do, other than the little elephant I had issues with that I made a little while ago, that's been, and the hat and scarf that's sitting right there on my table. Those are the only finished objects I've got. Everything else is still a UFO. Other people call them whips. That's fine too. I just call them all UFOs because they're not done. Some are a little more UFO-y than others. I got one blanket, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the blanket yarn and make a back for the blanket, the knitted blanket that I've got in a bag in my room. It's been sitting there unfinished waiting for a backing. So I'm going to do that. I've got this blue Bernay blanket yarn back there that I'm going to start with. And then ever so often I'll buy another ball. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it though. Because that knit blanket was also another scrap blanket. A lot of this stuff is leftover from a blanket I took apart that was like way too long and nobody used. So just repurposing and stuff. Turn things you're not using into something you will use. I will use this basket. There's no doubt about that. I've got the other one that I made back behind me, full of yarn. I'm like going, I made that basket and I was like, shoot, it's not big enough. Did I take it apart? No. Am I using it? Yeah. Am I going to use this one? Absolutely. So it's like I made another basket. Actually, that is, let's see, can I get out of the way? And I don't know if you can see it, but this, if I can reach it, this is the first basket I ever completed. Years ago, I'd started on one, but then stitch marker fell out. It was just a safety pin, and I guess it opened and fell out, and I didn't know it until I was like, where's my stitch marker? And it's inside the basket. I'm like, well, dang it. And I didn't know where to put it, where to start, and it wasn't really turning out all that well anyway, so I scrapped it. But yeah, that's the first basket I ever completed. This will be the second one when I can get there. So, completing projects, making things that I've tried in the past and just had issues with, so that's what I'm doing now. This is gonna be a big old basket. Huge. Should hold lots and lots of yarn. Can't wait till it's done. Can't wait till all these UFOs are done. It's like, oh my god. I mean, yeah, I just started that wrap not too long ago. I'm looking forward to finishing that, and I will have a tutorial on the site, which will be the starting border, one pass of the 16 rows of the actual pattern, and then the top border. And that should be sufficient for that, because I thought about doing like a knit along all at once, but that's like, yeah, it'd be the same rows over and over again. So I was just like, yeah, I decided not to do that. Might do a, I don't know, sampler blanket of some kind. I haven't decided yet. I do need to make decisions, because I do want to do the knit version of the hat and scarf in my other mandala yarn that I bought. In fact, I just thought of a name for that hat and scarf, so I'm gonna type a note for myself. Okay. Yay! All right, that's done. Back to my timer. Got 8 minutes left. At the end of my round. I might be able to get to the end of the round on this. I know this one's gone over, well over an hour. That's okay. Like, why not? It's like I'm struggling because my hands are getting tired. But I will take my time. That's kind of a funky color combination right there. See if I can like pick it up if you can see it. It's like a orange, green, and tan. Doesn't look too bad together. It's kind of hard to like show things with the camera up on top of the monitor right now. So gotta hydrate. Yeah, so this should be up Tuesday morning. I plan on finishing this and then editing and uploading. Tonight. The bigger it gets, the harder it is to deal with. It'll probably end up being more than 16 inches because I'm gonna make the base 16 inches and then I'm gonna do the handle round, and I think I did 3 rounds for the handle, the initial like chain for my hand, and then go around and then you single crochet into the chain, however many across it is or whatever, and then go around and do the same thing on the other side, and then one more round of single crochet to finish it off. At least that's what I did for that one. So this might take more than what yarn I've got left because I still got one more ball sitting over there. I'm not gonna run out, like I said, anytime soon. If my timer goes off before I'm, well, no, it won't. It might. Or, well, I'll just stop at the end of the round. We got like less than 4.5 minutes left. If I keep getting freaking interrupted. It's like, you know, when people know you're not busy and then nobody calls or talks to you or whatever, but once you start doing something, it's like they know, and then everybody comes around and starts talking to you. Anybody else get that? Happens to me all the time. It's happened definitely today. Trying to finish that hat and scarf video and then trying to do this. It's like, oh wait, she's not busy. She's sitting on her butt doing nothing. I'm like, well, I'm not doing nothing. Sitting on my butt, yes. Doing nothing? No. I'm making a basket. Sometimes I still wish I had the evening job. That way it's in the middle of the night and people are either asleep or at work and not bugging me. That way I can get stuff done on both my channels, which I do need to start getting back to doing audio engineering. It's like basically been like a month since I've done any of that audio engineering. So I'm almost at the end of my round. Ugh. And it wants to fight me. Okay, that's the last stitch of that round, but I'm going to go ahead and do the one with the stitch marker and replace the stitch marker. And then call this episode of UFO2FO done. And there we are. So, I think I did maybe 4 rounds on this. I should have, like, I don't know. So yeah, probably maybe 3 or 4 rounds in this session. But yeah, it's getting there. Oof. Let my hook dangle. What's the time? Oh, 1:30 to spare. So I'm just going to go ahead and call this episode 9 of UFO2FO finished. So again, let me know what projects you worked on, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.